सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Thank you for joining me for the evening session of Vishwa Yoga Prarthana, the synchronized global prayer. Let's go ahead with the performance of 27 rounds of the Brahmari Pranayama. Take your mind inside and focus on the inner experience of ease, harmony, and oneness that is manifesting from within yourself. A beautiful sense of cohesiveness, a harmonious flow manifesting between all components that make up who you are. A beautiful sense of Purnam, wholesomeness manifesting, where the physical, the physiological, the psychological, the intellectual, and the universal aspects of us can all come together in an harmonious, unified, grand symphony. A point where we can move from doing to being, a point where we can move into an elevated state of consciousness, moving from the Tamasika to the Rajasika and Sattvika aspects of our own nature, elevating the self by the self, as Lord Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita. A beautiful sense of Samatvam, harmonious balance, equipoise, equanimity, equilibrium manifesting in us, enabling us to have a sense of sthita, which is stability. And enabling a sense of wisdom, prajna, to manifest from within, enabling us to move towards that elevated state of sthita prajna, one who is endowed with a stable, balanced wisdom that comes from within. Begin to rub your palms together, generating a nice solstice. Place the warm palms over the eyes, the forehead, and the head. Every time we do the 27 rounds of Bhramari, it is very difficult to come out of that because it's a very beautiful experience. One experience from which you don't want to come out because there's that sense of oneness. And then you come out of it and you're back into that duality of you and me. Whereas there's no you, thou, nachaham, nor me. There's no you, there's no me. There's just oneness. Nachatvam, nachaham. Beautiful thoughts of oneness. Yet at the same time, we must come out of it because we have to do the next part of the prarthana. Let's bring our hands together. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. With all our collective power of peace, we overcome COVID-19. Let us express our appreciation, our gratitude, our respect towards each and every one who is doing their best. Patanjali gives us these beautiful attitudes, or rather beatitudes, Chaturvida Bhavanas. Some of the traditions call them the Brahma Viharas. We prefer to call them the Chatur Bhavanas, the 4 attitudes. Maitri Karuna Mudito Pekshanam Sugatukka Punya Punya Vishayanam Bhavanartha Chitta Prasadanam, Patanjali tells us. When it comes to those who are Punya, those who are doing the right thing, those who are trying to be responsible human beings, it is our dharma to support them. And one of the best ways is by cheering them on, expressing our cheer towards such people, because we all know it. When I get a beautiful email from one of you, or when I get a nice message on Facebook from one of you after one of my sessions, you know what that does for me, right? It makes me want to do more. It wants me to be a better version of me. But then you go out there and nobody responds. Well, then you start to wonder whether what you're doing is the right thing, even if it is the right thing, because we as a human being are always going to have self-doubt. That samshaya is one of the biggest obstacles, that self-doubt that comes in. As Patanjali says in the Antarayas, samshaya, or we doubt ourselves. And that is why cheering on those who are trying to be good enables them to be good and become the best version of themselves, which enables us in turn to become a better version and maybe the best version of ourselves. So keep sharing, keep cheering on each other. And that is why whenever I see anybody doing something good, I make it a point to cheer them on. Support them, because that is how the world will grow. We as a human being have such an opportunity, because this whole challenge that we are faced with is one of choice. What is the choice we make? Because choice is a human quality. Viktor Frankl, the founder of the logotherapy, and someone whose thoughts Ammaji loves a lot and so has influenced me, went through the whole Holocaust in a concentration camp. And when he came out and ended up in the USA, he ended up creating the logotherapy. And he makes a very beautiful statement that the last and final freedom we have is to choose our attitude towards whatever happens to us. That choice of what is the attitude I will choose towards what is happening is a human quality. And I remember my time visiting 10 years ago to South Africa, and we went down to Robben Island, where the great Mahatma of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, he had spent 18 of his 27 years in jail. Okay, 27 years, one full yantrik cycle he spent in jail. 18 of those were spent on the Robben Island in that small cell. And just going in that cell, you feel suffocated. Quite an experience. And after going there, The first thought that came to me as we came out of the Robben Island jail and we came onto the boat that takes you back to Cape Town was here was a man who had spent 27 years of his life in jail. And this wasn't a pleasure trip, okay? And 18 of them in that jail, in that cell on Robben Island. And when he came out, he chose an attitude of bringing people together. The problem is people who then follow these great men are never great. And that is the problem we have had in India also after the Mahatma. And South Africa has had it after the Nelson Mandela. Every country has had that. But imagine coming out in that attitude he chooses. We have the choice of attitude. What will be the attitude we choose every moment in our life? Because that attitude enables us to be what we can be. You choose to be a subhuman, well, you're going to be subhuman. You choose to be human, you're going to be human. You choose to be humane, you're going to be humane. And you choose to manifest your divine potential, you're going to be divinity itself. Tadeko Vashishta Shiva Kevaloham, that highest level. And Patanjali tells us, because Ishvara, the divine or God in the common language, Patanjali considers that as Ishvara. And he says Ishvara is nothing but a special Purusha. We are all Purushas. We are all monads. Monad is said to be a separate entity. So each of us is an entity like that. Ishvara is a special entity. Vishesha Purusha. Purusha Vishesha Ishvara. That Ishvara is a Vishesha Purusha, a special entity. Why is Ishvara special? He, she or it. Why is Ishvara special? Because Klesha Karma Vipaka. The Kleshas and the Karma Vipaka. Kleshas are our psychological afflictions that color our perspective. And so they warp our perspective. They are the distorters of our perspective. That is what the Kleshas are. So the Kleshas, and all of this is coming because Laura from Spain made a comment on my Klesha sharing. And so then she said, what is it linked to Yoga Sutra? So this has happened. The Kleshas are the psychological distorters that prevent us from perceiving things as they are, and we perceive things as we are, and that is a distorted version. What is karma? Karma comes because of the Kleshas. So the Klesha and the karma link, it is said, Klesha Moola Karma Shaya. The whole karmic bondage starts with the root, which is the Klesha. So the Klesha, the Karma Vipaka, so the afflictions and the repercussions are what make us human. And Ishvara is beyond the afflictions and the repercussions. And that is why we need to transcend our individuality for the universality if we are to go beyond the Klesha and the Karma Vipaka. This is holding us back. The Kleshas hold us back like anything. And that is why one of the greatest contributions that Patanjali has given is not Ashtanga Yoga, but Kriya Yoga of Patanjali. Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. We'll keep that for another evening. We'll close with a Shanti Mantra. Join me. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Om. Continuing with this morning's session, I have shared on the Yogacharya page a nice video on the polarity kriyas of the Gitananda tradition. And tomorrow morning on the Yogacharya page, we'll continue that discussion. Till then, be blessed, be safe, be happy, be wise, and, well, if you can, be wealthy also. Hari Om Tat Sat.